to the first live edition of the Roll Report, and let's see how this goes. We're still a new channel, and we're just getting up off the ground. Don't even have 1,000 subscribers yet, but we're going to get there. So I'm just going to start chatting. If people jump in, start asking some questions, and let's just see how this goes. Uh, First thing that I want to, bring up is I watched some videos on some other prepper channels, and I've seen some various comments kind of do the same thing. And I want to put it in as the Magic Prepper did a phenomenal video on 2A, and the group of 2A people that he played the characters very, very well, and how there is infighting on the people that you have a group, which is your 2A people, and then you have your little subgroups. And he did it in a very comical fashion, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So shout out to him. If you don't follow or know who Magic Prepper is, check out his YouTube channel. He does really great work. But if you dial that back from just 2A and you go into it from the preparedness and survival kind of community, I see a lot of infighting. And as a whole, on a group, you're always going to have subgroups. So if you take it as the person that does a lot of bushcraft, a lot of camping, maybe they're military trained, maybe they're second, third, whatever generation farming. They have all the skill, background knowledge, and whatnot. Then you have somebody that just is starting out, and they feel a little bit. I'm sorry about that. It's awfully windy out here. They feel a little bit kind of talked down to or whatnot. I see it all the time. It's odd to me. I suppose it shouldn't be, because no matter what it is, sports or 2A or music or movies, I mean, you can't even put 10 people in a room and everybody to agree on a pizza topping. So as far as the subgroups, it's one of those ones that, in my opinion, you're preparing for something. And whether you want to admit it or not, everybody's prepared to a certain extent. You have car insurance. You're not going to be the one that suddenly gets into an accident and, you start jumping out of the car and celebratory because you have a car insurance and you finally get to use it. Prepping is like insurance, to where you have it, you have the skills, you have the material items, you have all that stuff prepared in the event of something happening, hoping that you never have to use it. And there's multiple different reasons to use it. It doesn't have to be that it's, affects you. If you have extra food, clothing, water, toiletries, different items set back, for your preparedness event, and say somebody down the street, their home catches on fire. I mean, how great is that you can take and gather up a small little basket of, the items that you have set back for you and your family. This is an SHTF event for that family. Tell that to them. For all the people that I have seen, and this is one of my favorites, the prepper community spends their time and their money on, preparing for some event that's never happened and is never going to happen. Well, tell that to the, people of East Palestine, Ohio. Tell it to the people that, last night's storm that, just ripped through and tore up towns. That's SHTF to them. It's not aliens or zombies. It was an act of God. And so to be able to help the those in your community with the preps and the things that you have is, a really great thing to be able to do. And it's just another reason to have, be prepared. Sometimes preparedness, maybe you will be lucky and you'll never have to use your items, but you'll be able to use that. one of the things that I really like from Bear Independent. Apparently, I should have muted my phone better. Uh, from Bear Independent is two things. First, you have to have that balance in life. If you don't have that relationship with your friends and family and your loved ones, then what's the point of trying to survive anyway? You have to have that reason that you want to carry things on. Um, and I really took that to heart, and I think a lot of people should. And another one, if you don't know who Bear is or Bear Independent, I really encourage you to go check out his stuff. Um, but he is one that not only talks a good talk, but he does walk a good walk in that he helps people. He's got a couple of different organization things that he does, and some of it is natural disaster response. And for him, if him and his family never experience anything to where he has to use it, he gets to use his knowledge, his talent, his skills, his resources, the things that he has to go and have that ability to help somebody, and to sit there and make fun of somebody who is putting a couple of things back, or to spend a little bit extra time to learn how to do first aid, how to operate a chainsaw, things like that. Uh, Tell that to those people that he has touched their life. Came in, doesn't know him. They neither of them know each other. He just came in as a good person and offered help. And to me, that's amazing. So hats off to him. I doubt he'll ever see this video, but Bear, you're an awesome dude. But I mean, going forward, I really wish that there would be a lot more people in the preparedness community. And I'm not speaking to everybody. I am a part of, some groups and whatnot that are very close knit, very family kind of oriented, to where they, you know, get together, and, it doesn't always have to be about preparedness. They get together just, to have the kids at the park and to eat some food and just fellowship, because that is part of preparedness, is those relationships. But I mean, some of the groups I'm a part of, the way that we get together and just bounce ideas off each other, share. um, I was part of a group that is either yesterday or today, that somebody put in there, a new member, thank you for letting me join. I don't really have experience or anything to offer, but I want to learn. And for me, that was just incredible, because my response to them was something along the lines of, the best advice that you can give somebody sometimes is what didn't work for you. If you can share your experiences with that, with the community, of what didn't work, then it could be very beneficial. And you may not see an experience that you have gone through as something valuable or worth sharing, but the questions that you have, or the question that somebody else has, it may be something that pertains to that could be very, very useful. So um, it's hard to see some of these people be so humble, and come in and say that they have nothing to offer. You took that step and you reached out to join a community, because you see the things that are going on, whether it be in the world, or more local, that you have this feeling of you're unprepared or underprepared, and you just want some help. Sometimes I see some people that will join a group, and I'll start talking to them, and they will have things. They'll have material. They'll know some things about canning and preserving, and they're pretty good with firearms and self-defense, and they've got, a good amount of skills down. They're maybe not a master of, everything, but none of us really are. But they have a really good start. What they don't have is the community part. They don't have friends that they can go to and talk to, and just kind of uh, bounce things off of, or you know do a thing where you can kind of decompress, where you just had like a weekend or a bad day or whatnot, and others wouldn't understand. And you just need, somebody that's in that community that does understand, that you can just listen and kind of help them through it. We're all human. It's one of them things that I see a lot of people that they think that they have to go and do everything by themselves. If I can't do it, then, I failed, or this or that. And that couldn't be further from the truth. As far as I know, there's really no Superman, that exists. So we all have to ask for help from time to time. I've stated in previous videos that, I don't know that there is a person that is proficient in medicine and surgery and, growing food, and proficient in firearms, as well as, good with kids and can do leadership and woodworking skills. And, you know, it's one of those ones that when you hear the saying that it takes a community, it really does take a community. It's a bunch of people coming together to lend what they have and to cross train and teach each other. And many hands make light work. And, that really rings true. So I encourage all of you to just kind of keep on the lookout when you see any of that stuff. If you're part of any sort of group on any other social media, that when you see something, where somebody wants to come in and just troll, you know, maybe, usually the moderators or admins of those groups usually take care of trolls pretty well. But, nobody's perfect, and some sneak by. And I really hate to see a new person join into, a group or whatnot, kind of get bullied or get talked down to, and, them leave the group when they could have potentially been the greatest member of that group. So I encourage you guys, become involved. If you're part of a group, or whether it's online or in person or whatnot, reach out to, some people, and share your ideas, share your knowledge, share your skill. This is a passion for a lot of people. And so it's one of those ones that, for me, I've been doing this for quite a while, and I wanted to kind of do something, and I didn't quite know what to do. And watching some of the people that I've followed for years now, I didn't want to just sit idly by. I knew I had skill, I knew I had talent. I may not have the best appearance or speaking voice for this, but I wanted to get out and try and help others. And if it's something to where I can show you how to do something, please ask. If you just need somebody to, bounce an idea off, I'm here. My email is listed. It is the rural report at protonmail.com. You can always comment on a video while this channel is still new. Usually I can get back to just about every comment that there is. So until we grow really big to where I can't get to every single one of them, take advantage of it now. Um, but I'm also open to suggestions. If there's something that you have a question about, I will do my best to answer it. If I don't know, I'll do my best to research it or point you in a direction of, somebody that is more knowledgeable. I've had people reach out and ask me to do a content on gold and silver. And, while I believe in gold and silver, and, I have a little bit, I am not the guy to do gold and silver. I don't know enough, and I don't want to steer anybody wrong, and so therefore I'm going to steer clear of trying to pretend to be able to help somebody in that aspect. So anything that you ask, I can point you into a decent direction, and if I can't, I will plain out just tell you I don't know. Uh, and if you do some comments on here and I tell you I don't know, maybe there's somebody in the comments that can help, and that's what I really like to see, is the ability that everybody kind of helps each other. So if there's something you want to see, if there's something future content, if you guys want to see more shorts, if you want to do more live episodes where we can chit chat, um, I can get into the comment section, do some shout outs and whatnot, and then we can answer and do some Q&A. If there's some how-to videos you want, if there's more, of me doing opinion pieces, some event happens, you want to send me a headline, I can research into it and give you my thoughts. Let me know. Um, I will probably start doing a little bit more headlines because there seems to be a lot happening in the news lately that I would like to get out and kind of share and make sure that everybody is, you know, aware of what's going on. Um, I am in contacts with some people to maybe be doing some interviews to help get out their knowledge. One in particular, uh, there's a guy that if we can work out the time, he's a very very busy man, but the information that he would bring to the table is just, it'd be incredible. So fingers crossed that that works out. But if there's anything you want, if there's interviews you want, if there's anything along those lines, just feel free to reach out, and we'll see if we can get everything done. In the meantime, we'll go ahead and just wrap this one up. This is just the first live stream just to see what would happen, and how things would go. Me getting used to everything, and I'm not a tech guy at the very least. I don't even own a computer, so this is all just kind of a learning curve for me. But I'm not going to be, strung down or try and use it as an excuse. I may not have the flashiest of everything to put on a high production, content if that's what you're looking for. Sorry, it's just, you're not going to get it from here. Um, if you just want, how to's, if you want, anything along those lines, then, reach out. This is going to be more of a channel that's going to be very viewer focused. So with that, we'll go ahead and we will wrap this up. I appreciate you watching. Anybody that watches on the replay, I appreciate you for watching on that. And with that, I'll just tell you guys that you need to remain united, and we're all prepping in this together. Appreciate it, everybody.